You know that feeling when the coolest kid in school ends up years behind everyone who kept moving? That's basically what happened to some of the biggest tech companies in history. They weren't small players. They were the plug, the ones everybody trusted. Then innovation passed them by, and they just didn't move. Grab your popcorn, because this one gets rough. Kodak invented the digital camera in 1975, then buried it because it threatened their film business. By the time the world went digital, Kodak was still standing there like the guy who got invited to the party and stayed home ironing his shirt instead. In 2012, Kodak filed for bankruptcy. The company that gave us Kodak moment couldn't capture its own comeback. In 2000, a small company called Netflix offered to sell itself to Blockbuster for $50 million. Blockbuster basically laughed them out of the building. Today, Netflix is worth over $200 billion, and Blockbuster has exactly one store left, a tourist attraction for companies that said no. Nokia's 3310 was so tough that if you dropped it, you worried about the floor, not the phone. They controlled nearly half the world's phone market. Then the iPhone launched in 2007, and Nokia's leadership reportedly brushed it off, convinced nobody wanted a phone made of glass. By the time they noticed the shift, Android and iOS had split the market. In 2013, Microsoft bought Nokia's phone division for a fraction of its old worth. BlackBerry Messenger was basically WhatsApp before WhatsApp existed, but BlackBerry stayed loyal to keyboards and security while the world moved to touchscreens and apps. Today, they don't make phones at all. They've pivoted entirely to cybersecurity software. In 2002, Google offered to sell itself to Yahoo for $1 billion. Yahoo said no. In 2006, Facebook made a similar offer. Yahoo nearly closed it, then backed out. Today, those two companies combined are worth trillions. Yahoo went through CEOs faster than New Year's resolutions, and by 2017, Verizon bought what remained of it for about $4.5 billion. MySpace had glittery profiles and the infamous top 8 friends list. Then Facebook arrived with a cleaner design that actually worked and quietly took over. News Corp bought MySpace for $580 million in 2005, then sold it 6 years later for $35 million. Corporate speak for, "We made a mistake." Sears was running order from home through its mail order catalog back in the 1890s, basically inventing the blueprint for e-commerce. But when the internet arrived, Sears treated online shopping like a side project, while Amazon quietly built the same model digitally. In 2018, Sears filed for bankruptcy, outrun by a company doing the same trick faster. In 2000, Toys R Us handed its entire online store over to Amazon, the same company that later became its biggest competitor. It's like training your replacement and being surprised when they take your job. By the time they broke the deal, Amazon had already learned how to sell toys online using Toys R Us's own customers as practice. In 2017, Toys R Us filed for bankruptcy. Sun Microsystems built Java, the programming language still running half the internet, and was once worth over $200 billion. But when the dot-com bubble burst and computing shifted to the cloud, Sun couldn't move fast enough. By 2010, Oracle bought what remained of it for just $7.4 billion. Proof that being the smartest people in the room doesn't always pay the bills. So why does any of this matter? These companies weren't run by unintelligent people. They had money, talent, and resources most businesses today can only dream of. But they all shared one quiet, dangerous illness: comfort. Kodak buried the future to protect the present. Blockbuster laughed off the deal that would have made them Netflix. Nokia built the strongest hardware in the world and still lost to whoever understood software first. BlackBerry stayed loyal to what made them loved instead of adapting to keep being loved. Yahoo turned down 2 deals that would have made them one of the biggest companies on earth. MySpace chose chaos over simplicity. Sears invented e-commerce and let Amazon run away with it. Toys R Us trained its own rival. And Sun Microsystems proved that smart engineering doesn't guarantee a smart business model. The pattern is always the same. They got comfortable and refused to believe the ground was shifting beneath them. Innovation doesn't ask permission, and it rarely knocks twice. So here's the question I'll leave you with. What's the digital camera you already know is coming, but you're avoiding because it threatens your comfort? The market doesn't wait for anybody. If you enjoyed this, let me know in the comments which one shocked you the most, and don't forget to subscribe.